Could Wukong become the Elden Lord? Now, I think this is interesting. After playing Black Myth Wukong, it does kind of cross my mind what it would be like to play Elden Ring as Wukong. However, I do think the fact that he can clone himself so many times is definitely going to be an issue mechanically for some bosses in Elden Ring. But from a lore perspective, Wukong essentially has the same thing the Tarnished has, where he can keep coming back from death, or he's essentially invulnerable to death in that sense. However, I'm curious, how would that work with Malekith? Now, the Tarnished doesn't get affected by the Rune of Death, apparently. However, it seemed like other gods in the story were afraid of Malekith because of destined death. Even so, I believe the Blasphemous Claw was made for him, so Rykard could even challenge Malekith. Without the Blasphemous Claw, I don't believe Rykard had a shot to defeat Malekith. And that's interesting because Rykard is a demi-god. Now, Wukong might be a full-blown god, apparently. But I do think this is interesting because if Wukong can become the Elden Lord, I think it's an interesting perspective from a gameplay standpoint, for sure. Like, Wukong versus Godfrey, you know? Maybe Godfrey would have a better shot against Wukong because he has the area of effect abilities to just take out the clones, you know? But, essentially, I do want to see how much of a chance does Wukong have to become Elden Lord. I'm not sure. I made some guesses. I think, I do think Malekith has a chance to defeat him, and I think Godfrey might have a chance to defeat him as well. But not sure. But yeah, let's see. Lore accurate Wukong could probably jump games if he wanted to. I'm not even joking. What? Radahn, after Wukong used the stars he'd been holding back for centuries as frisbees and starts eating them for fun? He's also been fighting a clone for days made from one of Wukong's chin hairs. Wait, what? Oh my god, okay. That's cool. I like the little meme here too. It says, Wahali, I'm finished. Sun Wukong possesses many abilities. He has amazing strength and is able to support the weight of 2 heaven mountains on his shoulders while running with the speed of a meteor. Okay, well, I don't see that in the game. Do I? I haven't beat it yet, but I'm gonna put Wukong gameplay in the background here just for fun because I've been playing it. But that's interesting. He's extremely fast, able to travel 34,000 miles in one somersault. He has a vast memorization skills and can remember every monkey ever born. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, Wukong, you're a monkey? Well, tell me every monkey that was ever born. And then he just does it. Okay, as king of the monkeys, it is his duty to keep track of and protect every monkey. I like that. That's cool. Sun Wukong acquires the 72 earthly transformations, which allow him to access 72 unique powers, including the ability to transform into animals and objects. He is a skilled fighter capable of defeating the best warriors of heaven. Okay, so he's already beating... That's interesting. Yeah, if he's beating the best warriors of heaven, that's pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure we get we get a few gods here and there in Elden Ring, but if he's fighting gods on a daily basis, that's interesting. His hair has magical properties capable of making copies of himself or transforming into various weapons, animals, and other things. He has partially weather manipulation skill. He can change the weather, can freeze people in place, and can become invisible. Yeah, that's true. I seen the invisible thing in the game. I use that quite often. Okay, well, that's good context there. Do you even know how OP that monkey is? Canonically, Journey to the West, not Black Myth, Wukong scribbled his name out of the Book of Death, so canonically Bullhead and Horseface, Reapers of Souls, cannot claim his soul. Okay, so that... I'm not too sure what he's saying, for the most part, but I think this is the closest I can get to the Malekith comparison, where if Wukong is literally, born from their story's rune of death, you know, then it definitely doesn't have any effect on him. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know who Bullhead or Horseface is. And I just want to be clear. I understand he's probably stronger in the story, but I'm also interested to see, like, where he's at in the game, you know? If I see any of this stuff in the game, I'll definitely point it out. But for the most part, I don't know. For the most part, can he, in the game, does he have enough power to defeat Godfrey? I guess in the story he does, but I'm not sure. He practiced Taoism, eventually chugged heavenly wine at a party he wasn't invited to try? He chugged heavenly wine at a party he wasn't invited to. And then on top of that, he even ate all of Lao Zi's pills of immortality. Okay, see, this stuff is too goofy. I don't see any of this stuff in the game. In the book, he was described as having steel bones and golden tendons, metaphors to highlight just how nigh indestructible this monkey is. Okay, see, that's better. Because I can see that in the game. I mean, he's fighting these bosses over and over again. He would likely just tire Godfrey out and then just boom, and then he's done. That makes sense. One line by Pigsy, as if that isn't enough, mentions that he has 72 transformations and by extension 72 lives on top of his multiple layers of pure immortality buffs. Okay, Pigsy. One somersault from him covers, yeah, we did this. Oh, this person's saying almost 6,000 miles. I've read something that said 32,000, but okay. With his infamous golden cudgel weighing around 17,000 pounds. All right. He kicked the ass of the entire heavenly army. Okay, so he beat an entire heavenly army. And even when they finally brought him down thanks to Erlang's intervention, they still couldn't kill him. Monster slaying blades cracked on his skull, being tossed into Laozi's oven. I hope I'm saying, like, look, again, I'm not like super familiar with the story, but I definitely wanted to understand his power in context of the Elden Ring universe. It gives me a little bit of a better imagination for it. Monster slaying blades cracked on his skull, being tossed into Laozi's oven of 8 I don't know what Laozi's oven of 8 trigrams is, but yeah. So apparently that did nothing but piss him off and give him laser eyes that allow him to see through literally any sort of disguise. Okay, that's interesting. It took the Buddha dropping an entire mountain on his head, adding a sealing charm to keep him contained for 500 years. Okay, yeah. In the context of Wukong and the Black Myth, like an actual Buddha had to drop a mountain on his head to seal him away. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's like if legit if America came back and then like trapped the Tarnished or something. But like even in that sense, the Tarnished still beat Radahn and Mikola. Like, I don't know. I understand why this monkey is so powerful, right? But like if we compare the heavenly structures of each game, I feel like they're very comparable. Like, I don't know. Like, why would Buddha be any stronger than the Buddha of Elden Ring, you know? Subsidizing on molten metal and steel orbs for food. And before that, Wukong made it to the edge of the literal universe. Okay, that's crazy. I mean, we made it to the gate of divinity or whatever. Keep in mind that Buddha himself is the universe in his canon. Oh, okay. Yeah, we still defeat the Elden Beast. Like, I don't know. Elden Beast is pretty much like the Greater Will incarnated. I'm not sure. You guys definitely gotta, let me know in the comments and stuff, but like, I still feel like this is very comparable. And took the heavens, besides the running with the mountains thing, like, I don't know if Tarnished is running with mountains. And it took the heavens bringing him into... Oh, it took the heavens to bring in Buddha to contain Wukong. They can't even kill him. He'd make the lands between a joke, because I doubt even Destined Death, oh nice, there we go, can keep this guy contained, because he'll just keep coming back no matter how many times he dies. Yeah, see, there we go, that's exactly what I was looking for, right? I still don't know if it would be a joke. But the fact that, yeah, he can just keep coming back, I mean, it's literally what the Tarnish does, right? It sounds like Wukong does the great things the Tarnish can do, but then he just also scales higher because of his skills. Miquella would not be able to do... Oh, no, that's... Actually, wait. How would Miquella not be able to charm Wukong? I mean, Miquella was... like, look. Okay, they did say Wukong had eyes where he could see through disguises. But if Miquella's just genuinely trying to convince Wukong that what he's doing is right... Like, dude, you know what? I'd give a little bit of a chance to Miquella here. I gotta be honest. Miquella would not be able to do anything against him because Wukong would just clobber him like he did with every other heavenly being that tries to wipe him out. No, I get that. I get that. But I don't understand if the heavenly beings in Wukong's universe had the gift of gab Miquella has. Because, again, Miquella was also able to convince heavenly beings that essentially gave him the power to ascend. So I'm not sure. But the one thing that really throws, really gives Wukong a great advantage is the fact that, yeah, like the heavens themselves needed the universe Buddha to come down here and trap him away. Like I don't know. That's pretty crazy. It's hard to imagine what that would be in Elden Ring, but it's definitely interesting. The only one that would maybe stand a chance is Greater Will, assuming that he is almost as powerful as JTTW Buddha. See, okay, so, yeah, so they are, like, I'll say maybe the Elden Beast and Buddha are pretty comparable, but, like, stand a chance is the Greater Will. Like, yeah, what if the Greater Will just, I don't know, I don't want to say what if the Greater Will just decides anything, but... I mean, essentially, they can just change the rules of the universe, right? Like, what even stops them from changing the rules against the Tarnish, do you know? This isn't Wukong glazing, by the way. He's just really that dang strong. Nah, I get that. I understand that, for sure. Everything that I'm reading about him, it sounds, yeah, it sounds pretty crazy. There's a comment to this that's pretty funny. Kirby could body. Okay, calm down. calm down. I'm not too sure. Like, we really... Just to take this seriously for a moment, it's really hard to compare the power of the Greater Will to the power of the universe in Wukong. You know what I mean? Like how would the Elden Beast versus Buddha go down? You know, I want to see that. I want to see that so bad. We talking about Prime Wukong, the Sun Wukong? Absolutely, he'd run through Radagon and the Elden Beast. In my opinion, he'd probably have the hardest time with Horlu. Just a guess on that one, though. See, that's interesting. See, that's who I would give it to, too. I mean, I call him Godfrey, but yeah, Horlu's also accurate. That makes sense. But it's cool to see somebody gave Horlu his props, you know? I like to see it. This was fun, for sure. I hope we get some, like more breakdowns on this, dude. Because I really want to understand contextually, like, what Buddha's power would be compared to, like the Elden Beast and the Greater Will. I guess at the very least, the Elden Beast is, it doesn't seem as intelligent as, like, a universe being would be if Buddha could just, like, decide to do things. It seems like the Elden Beast is a little bit more wild, And not to mention the Mother of Fingers or whatever. Like, that's also broken. So it doesn't feel like in the world of Elden Ring, their, like, heavenly structures are as organized as the heavenly structures in Wukong's universe is, It seems like they're actually functioning, but the gods and everything in Elden Ring are kind of broken. So I don't know. I can't say for certain which one's, like, absolutely stronger, but if one's working and the other one's kind of not working, it's kind of like, well, whoever can beat the working one has to be stronger. Like, Elden Ring really could be a really easy job for Wukong, just simply because there's not a lot of, structure going on in their god universe or whatever. But either way, definitely interesting. This was fun.